Hi, this is Greg McCoach, editor of the Mining Speculator. We're here at the November Metals Investor Forum in Vancouver, Canada, and today I'm with Ken MacLeod of Sonoro Metals Corp. Ken, glad you're here.
Thank you, Greg. It's a real pleasure being here.
Yeah, so we've had a good show, a lot of new interest as people are learning. This is one of my new recommendations in my newsletter, The Mining Speculator. So we're introducing a lot of people, new investors to the story, and it's an exciting time. You and I were just talking earlier about how it's taken a while to bring everything together, but now we're at the exciting time and drilling is happening. What say you?
Well, the essence is we've spent the past 4 years on quietly accumulating good quality concessions in Sonora State, Mexico. And it was all made possible by the fact that we had one project in the Mulatos mining district that was strategically placed between Agnico Eagle's La India open pit and the Tarachi deposit. Right. But at the time, it was very hard to find financing to drill the project.
Right.
And so we made a strategic decision to sell the project to Agnico, and we were able to secure $4 million for the sale of Chiprona, plus retain a 1% net smelter return.
Right.
So that enabled us then to go out and acquire additional projects. And these are the San Marcial project, which we expect to drill sometime in 2019. But more importantly, the current focus for the company is entirely based on drilling the Cerro Caliche project, which we've acquired over the past 9 months. The Cerro Caliche project is 1,400 hectares, located to 3 hours drive north of Hermosillo, Mexico, or 3 hours drive south of Tucson, Arizona. Yeah. Very well placed in a very productive mineralized zone, the Sonora Mojave Megashare. And the location of the concession is such that we have 3 very, very significant neighbors producing gold from the Mercedes mine to the east, Santa Gertrudis mine owned by Agnico Eagle to the north, and to the west we have the Cerro Prieto mine operated by Gold Corp.
Yeah, yeah, no, so those are from a closeology standpoint, you know, when you fly above this area in a plane, you see the land is dotted with open pit mines, right? And so this project, in my view, is perfectly situated right on a trend that obviously has gold. Other people's money has already been spent on Cerro Caliche, you know, leading the way for us. So we know there's gold there. And we have Mel Herdrick, who's a known mine finder, you know. Mel's had success before in Mexico. I always like to refer to Mel as Mr. Mexico, right? He knows Mexico, he's had success there before, and he knows how to look at the data that other people have provided, and he knows how to maybe solve the geological puzzle on these projects that we're working on right now. So I like the combination of those factors as being better odds in our favor of success.
I agree. And if you look at Mel's recent track record since the year 2000, at that time he was the head of Exploration Mexico for Phelps Dodge and had been for 10 years prior to that. Then he became the head of exploration for Pediment Gold. Right. His first monumental effort was geared towards developing a new resource at the Colorado mine.
Right.
And this was a project nobody wanted to touch. Nobody was interested in. Right. Mel went in there, looked at the evidence, the geological evidence, looked at the historic production from the mine, and realized that there was a huge resource still remaining there. Yeah. And that became the main focus for a couple of years for Pediment Gold. And then followed by the discovery on the Baja Peninsula. And you know the one I'm talking
about? San Antonio.
San Antonio project. Right. And he developed a major resource there that is still to be developed. And because of environmental issues, the permitting has been delayed, but the expectation is that's going to be resolved soon. Right. So 2 major projects that have been developed by Mel, discovered, developed, and became the basis of the sale of Pediment to Argonaut Gold in 2011. Right. For a $140 million purchase price. So
big win for us, my subscribers. We made a lot of money on there.
You made a lot of money. Your subscribers were very happy. Now, our goal is to duplicate the success of Pediment, and with that, we have Cerro Caliche, which is a 1,400 hectare concession, which has already a resource defined. Right. but has not been published, simply because no 43-101 report has ever been published on it.
Right.
But we are the owners of the data on almost 115 holes that have been drilled over the past 15 years. We have that data. We have 6,000 samples, surface samples that have been taken. I have the data on all of them. So our database on Cerro Caliche is so significant.
It's very valuable.
We can safely say we have saved many millions of dollars in exploration costs by acquiring these databases. And as such, when we're drilling, as you can see from the recent news release we put out, each one of the 13 holes that we have announced the results of yesterday achieved mineralization in every single one of them, all the way ranging up to 5 or 6 grams and down to 0.2, 0.3 grams. But the goal for us now is to develop a very large tonnage, an open pit heap leachable deposit that the concession, which is 1,400 hectares, can support a significant tonnage as we drill the project over the next year.
Yeah, and when we did my site visit earlier this summer, I love the Corex drilling area, where Corex was a previous exploration company that spent a lot of money giving us all this data. Again, I like the fact that Mel, he's the kind of guy that likes to look through this data, and he's able to change the vector of some drills, maybe drill a little deeper in other holes. I just like Mel. He's the right guy for doing this kind of work to try to make further discovery or expand existing discovery. So I like that, but also at Cerro Caliche that got my attention is the area that hasn't seen modern drilling yet, the area known as La Española.
Yes.
La Española, yeah, and that has tremendous potential from what I could see there. So I'm excited about that as well. So there's two parts to this Cerro Caliche: the existing ground that's been drilled, and we're getting a lot of. I think it's not a matter if we're going to hit gold; it's just how much gold are we going to hit. So
I agree. The Española area is essentially ready for mining right now. The vein structure is so close to surface and visible that you could go in there with a dozer tomorrow and start mining.
Yeah.
And then also I can say the same for the newly acquired concession at Cabeza Blanca. That was the last of the concessions that we wanted to acquire because it filled in the gap right in the heart of our territory. And Cabeza Blanca is the current focus of our drilling, and we have a 10,000 meter drilling program permitted and underway, of which we have drilled probably in the order of about 2,600, 2,700 meters to date.
Wow.
So by early new year, we will have completed a 10,000 meter program, and we expect at that point to start developing a formal resource.
Well, this is exciting. Let the drilling continue. Let's see what the assays tell us, and let's best of luck to everybody here.
Thank you, Greg. Pleasure having you on board.
Thanks, Ken.